Hey, kitty. What you got? You got a mouse? Ooh, bless you.
Then I saw the mouse and really like
So far, the goats have been living in the same barn here with the chickens, and we were hopeful that this was going to be like the animal barn for us, but you see, it's all wood floors. We knew that might be an issue, so we put down some plastic tarp and then some plywood on top of that, hoping that it would soak up the urine, and eventually we would have to replace it. But we've been a couple weeks into having the goats, and already the plywood's starting to peel up, and it's starting to smell bad. I've tried a few different tactics to put down some different but nothing seemed to be doing the trick. So today we're moving the goats out of the chicken barn here, and we're going to move them into our larger barn that has a concrete floor, which is more of an ideal flooring for goats.
sugar. Okay. Wipe it off. 1, 2. Wait, why does she put stuff in there?
Because she's crazy.
I love baking with 2-year-olds. It's really fun. Are you having fun, Madeline? Like 4 hours later, I was able to finally cook this banana bread, and it did not turn out so well. It's all busted, and it's not even cooked in the middle.
It's quiet, because today we're kidless.
It's like I don't even know what to do with myself. It's like we can do anything we want. And there's so much to do, but I just kind of want to sit here in the silence for a really long time. But of course we're not going to do that because we always got to be doing something. One of the things we haven't had time for at all is like hanging up art. And so I have one piece here that has been really special to me, and I'm going to put it into the chicken barn. When I was diagnosed with cancer, we had some what Kate and I ended up calling our with God moments, where it seemed obvious that God was with us. So I had this design by, I think it was a girl in Singapore. It was through 99designs.com. So we had hundreds of people submitting tattoo designs. I just told them that I wanted to have with God, all things possible, and didn't really know, what kind. I didn't give them a lot of direction, but this woman in Singapore threw this together for us and just went back and forth with a little bit of revisions, and I absolutely love it. I haven't got the tattoo yet because I tried reaching out to a couple tattoo artists, and they wanted me to actually come into the facility and kind of work out the design, because I'm not going to have the tattoo look exactly like this. I want it to be black and white and kind of changed a little bit. But so I wanted to go back and forth with them over email, but the two tattoo artists that I spoke to actually wanted me to come into the facility, and I just haven't got around to that yet. Trying to schedule that is like really hard. So if you know of any tattoo artists that would be willing to work with me over email to have something designed, let me know, in the Chicagoland area anyways.
Here's George. Here's Curious. Say hi, Curious. The night Marty was diagnosed with cancer, my daughter, who was 3 at the time, Emma, my mother-in-law was putting her to bed, and we used to do either a prayer or a song, and my mother-in-law asked her what she wanted to do, and she said she wanted to tell her memory verse that she had learned from church. And she has never said that before, so it was kind of unique that she had said that. And my mother-in-law said, okay, what is it? And she said, with God all things are possible, Matthew 19 verse 26. And my mother-in-law's jaw dropped, and my husband Marty walked in the room after, and Kathy said to Marty, ask Emma her memory verse, and Emma recited the same thing. Kathy came downstairs and she's like, we've got to look this up. Was she right? And she was. And so I texted my whole family, and my sister was volunteering in the kids area at church, and she said the crazy thing is that isn't even this month's Bible verse. That's last month's. And so she hasn't heard that for 3 weeks. So it was a pretty huge with God moment for our family. I have said in my life that I would never get a tattoo, but I ended up getting a tattoo, my With God tattoo. And it's just a constant reminder to me that with God all things are possible, and how blessed we are, and how, not necessarily big things in life, but even the little things like getting through an exhausting, crazy day with 4 little kids, or making decisions that feel really big and scary, that He's with us, and we are so blessed to be where we are and have what we have. Because without God, none of this would be possible. It's like the first time in, I don't know, when was the last time we had a night without our kids?
I don't know, it's been a long time.
We got this car a couple months after I was diagnosed. It was always Kate's dream to have this red convertible Mini Cooper with black stripes. And yeah, a couple months after I was diagnosed, we were driving home, and we saw this car on the side of the street. We immediately turned around and bought it right there. This car has brought us a lot of happiness. It's a ton of fun to drive.
Well, and you were in the midst of your treatments, and you felt like crap on our way home.
Right.
So we would be driving home with all the windows down. And so this was like a really fun car. We would drive it to and from his treatments, because he was, or anytime in and around his treatments, because he was not feeling well.
Yeah, see, that was the real reason why, is because I wasn't feeling good, which is